Howdy world, this is the Choice Specs, coach of the Orlando Magikarps, bringing you NPA Season 4, Week 6 with our battle against In Vivid Color in the South Texas Sableyes. As you can see, we're going to be watching it from his side because I forgot to hit save once the battle was over. So thanks, man, for sending me the code. Much appreciated. We're coming in hot off of a lose last week against Crystal, and we're hoping to turn that around. As you can see here, we have brought Chinchino, Driftblim, Dragonite, Jirachi, Florges, and Entei. And I predicted 4 of these mons he brought. I predicted the Tyranitar, Mega Alakazam, Delmise, and Melodic. I definitely didn't see Yanmega coming just because we have the potential Sun team. And I definitely didn't call Gligar. So this was a fun battle. Let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We are running a weird Entei. It's a bluff. He's shiny, just a bluff. He's neutral nature because he's a mixed attacker. We brought Snarl to 2-shot Mega Alakazam, and we're Assault Vest to take anything it wants to throw at us. We'll see why that's important to mention here in a little bit. So I lead Chinchino. He leads Tyranitar, which I kind of predicted. And we actually have a chance of one-shotting it, depending on how he's running it. And he gets out of there, and we are Scarfed, so I knew we'd outspeed even if he was Scarfed. And we just went for Bullet Seed. And obviously Delmise isn't going to care about this. But we do get a crit. And we do get another crit. So, nice little chip damage there. But we're obviously locked into this, so we can't stay in here. So we're going to go ahead and swap out. And I was looking at it, and I figured anything this thing wanted to do, Entei could eat up. So we go ahead and swap in Entei. Showing the pressure and showing the shiny, bluffing that we're adamant, which we're not. I think we're just neutral nature. I don't even know what it was, bashful or something. So we just go for a Sacred Fire here. I assumed he was going to swap. I don't know what he was going to swap into. Melodic, I actually was fearing Melodic, which, spoiler alert, he does go into right here. And we went for the Sacred Fire, and luckily we do not get the 50% burn, because I was actually scared of this thing's ability, Marble Scale, or whatever it gets. And thankfully we don't get the burn. And obviously we don't want to stay in here on a Melodic. So we're going to go ahead and swap out of here. And I go into Johnny Jump Up or Florges, knowing that we can pretty much wall this thing, except he knew that as well. So he hits us with a Toxic. And now Johnny Jump Up is on a timer. Unfortunately, we're not running her as a Cleric this week, so I can't cure my own Toxic, or I would have. He swaps back into Cervantes here, Delmise, and I predicted he was going to swap, so I went out, but I predicted the wrong swap in, and I went in to Chinchino. Luckily the sand is over, so we're not taking any more unnecessary chip damage, but I can't really stand in this, so I'm just going to go ahead and U-turn out. Do a nice little chunk of damage, and I go ahead and bring out Dragonite. We are running Banded Elliott this week, and I knew we could take anything, and we didn't really have to care about multi-scale this week, so he traps me, and I am fine with that, because we are banded, and at this percentage of health, it was a roll, but it was a roll in our favor, so Wing Attack should knock it out, and we do pick up the kill. So Dragonite picks up the first kill of the game, adding another kill to his list. I think he's at like 11 or so now at this point. And this is where I kind of make some mistakes. I was looking at it and I figured Dragonite was least important on my team now. And he traces multi-scale, which is terrifying, by the way. And hits me with a Psychic. And that does a good chunk. And we go ahead and get a Wing Attack, which even through multi-scale did a pretty good amount. Obviously that would have done much more if he didn't trace multi-scale. So that was unfortunate, but I just sack off Dragonite here. And that was a big mistake on my part. You will see later on. So I go in for Chinchino. So we are Scarfed, and we're running off speed, just enough speed to outspeed Mega Alakazam. But he swaps out and goes into T-Tar. But I just went for the U-turn. And this does a pretty good chunk. It's Tyranitar. I go ahead and U-turn out into Salt, our Jirachi here. And we are also Scarf. And I count Iron Head should kill this, and we do get the kill. This is looking fairly good. We got 2 Mons down. And then he sends in this thing. Which, now that I'm looking back at it, I kind of wish I would have just kept Jirachi in and just Iron Head, hoping for the flinches. But I send in Hindenburg, and he goes for Rock Polish, which is scary. We are running weakness policy this week, so I was actually kind of hoping he was going for Earthquake, so we could obviously take it and then eventually go for Stone Edge or something. But he goes for Swords Dance, and we hit this thing with a Shadow Ball. And obviously the thing's pretty bulky, and he doesn't really care about that. So with the sand damage and +2, there's no way we can take this Stone Edge. And he connects, and we die. So Hindenburg goes down, its first game in, and doesn't even get to show off what it can do. And so I bring out Johnny Jump Up. It's the only thing that can take a hit from this thing at this point. And as you can see, this does massive amounts of damage to us. But we're running the 50% berry, the Ayapapa berry. And so we get healed back up a little bit, and we hit it with a Moonblast. And we get that crit, which totally would matter if we were actually running Extreme Speed Entei. But we are not, and Dragonite is dead, who had Extreme Speed. So Snarl Entei didn't get to put in the work here. Because now this thing outspeeds everything on my team and one-shots everything on my team. Outspeeds Jirachi Scarfed. And we do not take Earthquakes. So as you can see, we tried being a little crafty and it did not work out for us. So even though you're seeing it play out right now, spoiler alert, we do eat a 4-0 loss this week. I can't even be mad. That was a crazy setup. I didn't really prepare for Gligar. Obviously, I should have. I fought it last year, and I dealt with it okay with Pyroar of all things. But, yeah, thanks, man, Vivid. That was a crazy battle. It looked very in my favor in the beginning until I saw Rock Polish and then Swords Dance, and I knew it was over at that point. There was nothing we could do. And if we had Extreme Speed on Entei, this would have been a different battle, but unfortunately, as you can see, we do not. We're a mixed attacker Entei, and we didn't even get to show off that tech, so not a great week for the Karps, 2 weeks in a row. So unfortunately, we are now sitting at a 3-3, but hoping to turn that around. Next week, we are up against King Bub and the Munchlaxer United, which should be a fun rematch because we fought each other last season twice. He beat us the first time, then we met him in the semifinals, and we beat him that time. So it's kind of a rematch because we're both at a 1-1 against each other. So that should be fun. Once again, thanks for sending me the battle code, Vivid. Great battle. Sorry about any hacks. I know that crit. I know you thought that crit mattered, but it didn't, as you saw. So, if I had extreme speed, yes, that crit would have mattered, but it mattered not the slightest. So anyways, good luck, Vivid. His links will be down below. Go check out the battle from his side, which will look the exact same on here, except he has Citrus. It'll look much prettier. And anyways, go check him out, and I will see you guys next week against King Bub and Mudslash United. Take it easy.